Hi, so here I'm just going to introduce my Solidworks resource for you that's used as a 3D visualization tool for the actual question, for the assessment question I've made for Skew boreholes. And here we've got a regular horizontal plane. So just to start this question off, I'm going to draw in just the first borehole direction will be northwest for the Skew borehole A, and I'll show you how I've drawn in the Skew borehole for A. I've drawn in the first northwest line. I've made a plane then perpendicular to the horizontal plane, but parallel with this, along this line, actually it's coinciding with it. So once I go normal to this plane, I can actually put in the given height and the given angle of inclination of the Skew borehole A. So we see here we have our height A, our altitude, and we have our given angle of inclination then, which is 75 degrees. And then that can be done the exact same way for Skew borehole B. So if we go into the elevation, then we can see that these are simply drawn in the exact same way by creating two planes and throwing in the given altitudes and the given angles of inclination that are given to us in the question. It's a very simple way of doing it, and it's actually very effective in getting us to visualize. I can go into the plan view here and actually show these boreholes in plan view, and I can rotate it around 360 and I can show all the different views that are there for it. So once we've got our boreholes drawn in, we can next move on to drawing in the head wall and the foot wall. So here we see I've marked them in, and again it's just taking what's given you in the question. We've got our given altitudes of 55 and 45 meters for borehole A. We've got our given altitudes of 80 and 25 meters for borehole B. And then once that's done, we can simply use the 3D sketching tool to draw in our strata lines. This will give us the head wall and the foot wall in the question. So we see here the blue lines will represent the strata lines in the question for the head wall and the foot wall. Next, once we have our head wall and our foot wall, we can determine the strike of the stratum bore. And we can do that with using the plane tool again, and the strike is going to essentially be a horizontal cutting plane across our stratum bore, and we've chosen this point here to cut across. So I just pull this down here, we can determine our strike plane going across there. So the next step is to draw the parallel line to our head wall, seeing we've cut across our foot wall already. So we can do that using the 3D sketching tool. And I can make this strike line a red color to differentiate from the other lines in the image. So once we've got that, we can use our normal sketching tool then to complete our strike line, and that can be done just from the given cutting line, join up where our lines have finished up along the plane, and draw that line just on the new horizontal cutting plane we've put in there, and we can extend that out also. And why might we extend that out? It's because we also need to find our dip and our thickness. And to find our dip and our thickness, we need to look perpendicular along the strike. So, since we're looking perpendicular along the strike, what we must do is add in a perpendicular plane to this strike line. That way we can look right in at the required view find our dip and our thickness. So I simply put in a perpendicular plane there, perpendicular to that strike. And once I look normal to that and zoom in, we can see our thickness there between the two lines of strata. It's right there. That's our thickness. And then if we want to find our dip, extend that down to the horizontal plane, and we can get our dip angle then, which is here, between this line that's extended down from the foot wall and our horizontal plane, and that's our dip. So this is the resource I've made for Skew boreholes. It's based around my assessment task. Thank you very much for watching, and talk to you again soon.